We got the intro to the intro. I forgot to relate in this video, but I got to go to the Epic Bait Molds Bait Maker meetup in South Carolina. And it was one of the coolest things I've ever been to. I got to share with you a bunch of stuff I got. Pretty much right out of the gate, I met Fish Daddy's wife, I believe her Instagram is. And she was lovely. She gave me some stuff and it was just great. The people there were awesome. If you happen to be a bait maker watching, I highly suggest you go to next year's, and I'm planning on being there. So, let me show you what I got. For free, mind you. Fish Daddy's wife. She gave me some awesome Dead Meat Customs. That's what they're called. Dead Meat Customs eyes. They are beautiful. I have not got to use these ones yet. I wanted to use them on this bait, but I decided I wanted 12 millimeters eyes instead of the 10 mils. She gave me these 10 millimeters. I've used 4 of them on 2 baits. I'll throw up pictures right there of those lures. And she also gave me some 15 or 16 millimeter eyes, which are beautiful, and I haven't got to use them yet. She also gave me this behemoth. What do I even put this on? Like, come on, man. That's a giant, I think it's like a 10-aught beast hook you're supposed to put it on. Could wear it as a hat. Well, maybe not that big. Finger puppet. But she gave me that, and that is going to get some monster fish in Panama, I hope. Haven't got to bring it back yet. And then also I got to meet 8-Bit Baits, and the guy, I can't remember anybody's names, but the guy who runs 8-Bit Baits gave me a couple things of siren scales, I believe this one is, and then the moon dust, I think it's called. And that was great. I got to meet Marling, super nice guy. Also, I managed to get my hands on a marling bait. I got the gnarly bluegill. I believe it's the first of the gnarly lures. And it is a gorgeous bait, even though it's all beat up. It's been well fished, but it's my favorite video of his. So I was lucky enough to get a hold of it. Thanks, Marling, if you happen to be watching. Thank you guys at Epic Bait Molds, Jason and Amanda, for having me up, and hope to see you guys next year. On to the video. Is it too late to be building a lure? Probably. It's 8:34 in the evening. I'm building that honkin' chonkin' crankbait. Why? Why do I keep doing the same video and over? Because I enjoy making these videos, so haha. We're starting with this. I think we're going to use a nice big thick piece of, I don't remember what it's called. It's a Panamanian wood, yet another. Well, it might not be thick enough in all reality. Yeah, I don't think that's thick enough. I might have to, it isn't. I'm going to have to pull out the old mahogany. Also, arguably too thin. Maybe I laminate 2 pieces of spine cedar. Aha! You know, I'm a genius. Past me already did that. Yeah, woohoo! I already did this stupid part. Nice big thick. Let's get this thing going. This may well be the thickest bait I have ever made. I'm half tempted to do hand on scales. We'll see how I feel when we get there. I'm erring on the side of maybe not. But then again, I haven't done one in like a year and a half. And I figured out how I can listen to music, so I got the drive. He's very thick indeed. Big boy. Ooh, it seems like it's just a little bit off. No? The camera did something weird. It's thick. We've got a lot of carving to do. In this video, we're going back old school with this knife because my dolphin style decided it wanted to die. Okay, so I don't have any dead meat customs that'll fit a 1/2-inch bit or 12mm for you guys and the rest of the world. So I'm using 12mm or 1/2-inch bit, and I'm gonna make some eyes. I got some glass half spheres that I'm gonna make some eyes out of. Gotta drill eye sockets here. Good Lord, that is a block. It is like almost 90 degrees, at least it feels like. It's almost 90 degrees in this workshop. I'm done sanding. Now, wait. Now, I'm done sanding. As one might expect, it is chunky and round. Top's a little bit blockier, but that's so gills, which is going to be interesting because I got kind of a neat gill shape, but holy smokes, I need to sneeze. But this was kind of made in mind of this being a flat side crankbait. That's not a flat side crankbait there. I decided I'm going to bite the bullet and do the hand carved scales. Dusty. So, gills, yes. Woo. Okay, now for the less hard part. I don't know. This gill structure might actually be a lot more difficult with my kind of dull knife. It's an old blade. See, your mustache looks so goofy. Alright. Now I go back to what I was doing 2 seconds ago. What it feels like 2 seconds ago. The sanding. Looks pretty good. Mustache is looking good. I'm gonna hate myself for doing this, for doing the hand-carved scales, but it should look pretty dang cool. I just need to figure out how to do them. Because last time I did them, I don't know where the bait is. It took me multiple days, of course, not of solid work, but multiple days to complete that. Those scales are way, way too big. Actually, no, I could pull those off on this thing. But the clear coat kind of clogged them. So what I'm gonna have to do is clear coat this rather, with polyurethane instead, or not clear coat, seal it with polyurethane instead of UV resin. So it looks so good like this, and I'm so afraid I'm gonna ruin it by, there we are, by putting scales. Every time I've done hand carved scales, I've had to freehand the lines, and as you could just see, they turn out questionable. So I've drawn a couple lines just for reference, just to see how I can do. I'm just gonna freehand them, and we'll see how it goes. Just gonna freehand them and try really, really, really hard not to mess it up. Who's to say? Maybe I'll still mess it up. Oh man, it wasn't perfectly in frame. Again! Anyway, so I got the first set of lines down. And now I'm going to come back with a very, very thin marker and trace those in marker so that way they don't smear and go away as I'm trying to work. For reference, it is now 9:56. I'm probably going to be drawing these scales until 10:45. The wrong hand is cramping. I'm so confused. Ugh. This is my holding hand, and I'm holding it so tightly so that way it's stable, that my thumb is cramping up. It's really weird. Good night. It's a very stripy thing now. And it didn't take near as long as I thought it would to draw those secondary lines. Close that up. And now it won't smear while I'm trying to work. I'm gonna reach around and grab a pencil here. Okay, now I do it all over again. I don't know how I did it, but I got it done in just over 20 minutes. I'm pretty stoked. It looks good already, and it's just drawn on. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. I guess the only thing I can do now, do it all over again. Okay, finish the second side. This is not it. So first side looks good, right? I ruined the marker. This stuff is, this wood clogs markers so quickly, it's ridiculous. I got this side, it looks good, right? And then I flip it and oh gosh, 10:30. I was 15 minutes off. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to start carving this right now, if I want to jump down that rabbit hole, or what I want to do. I think I'm going to start carving it. I'm just going to do the scoring, and then I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. Already some of them are trying to tear out. It's not good. See, like, I'll get a close up on some of those because those got torn out slightly. You can see from this angle that they've poked up. And that is something that we do not want even a little bit. All right, I'm gonna ignore this side for the rest of the evening, and I'm just gonna try and get this moving a little bit. It's been a little while. It's 11 o'clock. I did that. It's not bad at all. If you ask me, that is. But I'm biased, and I sat here and spent like an hour trying to do that. So I'm just lightly rubbing it along this way. Trying to knock those corners down just a little bit. Keep on forgetting I have this new light. But yeah, I'm gonna try and sand all that black off both sides, or top and bottom. And there's just some like little stray little bits and pieces that I'll just kind of like cut off with the very end of my knife. And then I haven't scored this side yet, which I'm really glad I hadn't, because it made my life so much easier trying to carve this side without trying not to tear out the corners of this side. So what I'm going to do is, before I get to work on this side, I'm going to take a bit of super glue or really warmed up and thin UV resin and go over it super lightly, and so that way it'll hold everything in place. This is the best I've done so far. I've only done 3 carved scale baits. I've got this one, which are very big. They're like carp scales. And then one that I made a long time ago, which I don't know where it is. Anyway, that's the end of today. I need to go to bed. See you tomorrow. Should I do some marling bait style bonus fishing in this video? Maybe. I think I might do that. Looks good. Feels wild. Like, this one in comparison to that old one, it's day and night. The quality of the carving, the quality of everything. So I also, as I'm sure you saw, I rounded off the very back end of each one of these just to make them look a little bit more fishy. And then I've already kind of decided what I'm going to do for a paint job on this bad boy. It's going to be kind of a neat shad sort of color, like kind of thinking a bit of like purple on the back, mostly silver. I'm going to do a base coat of black, actually, coming at it this angle into the to embed it into these scales, and then I'm going to go over at like a straight angle like I normally do with white everywhere, And then I'm gonna add my purple and all that jazz. Got a little dollop of super glue here on the table next to me, and I'm just doing this. That should be good. So now it's all kind of hardened. My eyes hurt. The super glue fumes are spicy. Now I get to do that all over again on this side. I knew it was gonna happen. I couldn't believe I didn't mess anything up on the first side. But on this side it happened. So that scale right there, you can see that it's come up. And it's not just a little bit, it's half of the scale. So what I have to do is take this super glue and then little dollop, and then I have one ready already, little wire, and I take a bit of the super glue, just dollop it right where it needs to be, and push it back down with the knife, and then I quickly grab the tweezers and press it the rest of the way down. Now that won't move. Granted, it will be harder to carve coming this side, but it'll stay where it needs to. Alright, got it. Got it roughed out. Now I need to sand a bit, and then I can cut off the corners, and then put lead holes, then seal, yes. And then we can get everything else going, like lead, clear coat, or not clear coat, paint, and then the rest of that stuff. I guess I should probably put hardware in too. I think I'm gonna wait until after the seal to put the lip in. I'm going fishing this evening. This thing's not gonna be done, but I got a bunch of other really cool baits that I'll probably do a bonus fishing. All right, lots of sanding, lots of carving, mostly carving. Second side is all done as well. Won't focus very well for some odd reason. But hey. So, I'm really happy with how they came out. They're a little bit raggedy, just a little bit, because I didn't spend 16 hours sanding them. And I don't plan on spending 16 hours just on sanding each individual scale that much. It's got its mustache. It's got the gill carvings that pop out rather nicely. I wish I had some 12mm Epic Bait Molds eyes, or not, what the heck, Dead Meat Custom eyes, but I only have 10mm and 16mm, I think, so we're gonna have to deal with some Amazon eyes today, sorry. Hardware, lead holes, seal. the lamination split. I guess I'll just do this. These tweezers are very versatile. I don't have a flathead for some reason, so I use them to take apart my knife. I use them to do all sorts of stuff. Oh, this thing's gonna be sweet. It dripped on my jeans. It's a good thing these things have giant holes in them, so I don't really care. Looks even better with the sealer on there. That's beautiful. Good morning. It looks beautiful. The seal really smoothed everything out. Any of the grain that was kind of popped around, it saved it with that seal. So, lip is first order of business. I'm gonna plug in my lead pot right now, so that way I have some nice hot lead by the time the lip is done. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do, I think I'm going to do a hexagonal lip on this thing. Whoa, that's weird. Oh no. Forgot that this sealer is flammable. It's quite a bit of lead. Oh no. Oh, we're fine. I can just tell by the way it hangs on the line, it's going to have a really good action. Whoa, that's a hard float. Oh, that's gorgeous. Boom, 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 boom. The side wobble. That's what I wanted super bad, where it kind of flashes the side. It goes whoop, 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 whoop. And it looks like it's very stable. You can probably rip it pretty dang fast, and it won't blow out. That might be a good trolling lure. Alright, it's been a couple days. We have a fancy little fair going on, or not fair, a big farmer's market going on in town this weekend, so I've been busy over there hanging out and listening to music and stuff. Anyway, got the bait, it's all sealed, all taped up, got my airbrush fixed. I needed some new gaskets, so I took care of that. Starting with white. Oh wait, no, I lied. That's what I was wanting to do with this bait. Starting with black. And I am going to go at it that way. Like kind of. Like that. Pretty darn black. But most of it was sprayed like this. So it should hold up in those scales nicely. Like such as. Alright, continuing now with white everywhere. And it's going to be good and thick, but straight on instead of like this. It's kind of what we're looking for. When you look at it like that, the insides of the scales are black. And you look at it like that, and it's pretty white. And if you look at it like that, then it's really white. Looks pretty neat like that, if you ask me. It's pretty sweet. I like how I kind of kept it, not really on purpose, but I kind of kept it grayish on the head. And I kind of like it. Bright magenta on the top, slightly bleeding down. Very, very light. Okay, now arguably my favorite color. We got Tuscan teal going on the gill plate area. There we go. Not bad, not bad. All right. Now, just below that bright magenta, we're gonna do a little bit of, what is it, golden yellow. Kind of like that, very, very bright. I've just realized I kind of planned this paint scheme around doing scales. Goofy me trying to do that on this bait. I think I have an idea. Alright, so apparently I forgot to hit record. It's really, really irritating. But what I did is I did some gill work. I put flamenco red on the belly, or on the throat, I guess it is. On the throat. And then I put some, what is this stuff called? Pearl amethyst. Some pearl amethyst. Just around on the gill plate. And then a little bit more flamenco red up here. And then I added those little stripes, the little black dots and stripes and stuff, with a little brush tip marker. It looks kind of like a weird parrot. It's clear coat. We're going to use some 8-bit baits. Moon dust, I think is what he calls it. I changed my mind. I decided I'm using some siren scales. Because I want some slightly bigger chunks in it. Although I'm going to try really hard not to get any of the siren scales on the gills. There it is. All beautiful and clear coated. And would you look at that? I didn't even have... Ooh. Bumped the table there. I didn't even have to deal with my gills getting messed up by too much 8-bit baits powder or scales or whatever. Siren scales. What I found that comes with scales is if you don't clear coat it just right, you get a crap load of bubbles. And that, let's see if I can get this to focus. If you look here, there's quite a few little bubbles. They're not big, which is really good. That's what I was kind of worried about, is big bubbles. But little bubbles are easy. All I got to do for that is take a bit of this, knock them slightly down. You can't even tell they were there. Well, you kind of can, but when you get that next clear coat on there. You should buy some of these lures. I don't have anywhere you can buy them, but comment if you want one. This one's mine, though. Just looking around the garage, I found an old tiny net that the neck is super wobbly on. So I've decided... Ugh, it hurts kind of, because I could easily reattach that neck, but I have a feeling I'll want this fabric more than I want this net, because I haven't used this net in a long, long time. Now I got my nice piece of fabric. Alright, so I've been sitting here and mixed this color up. It's a dark silver, I want to call it gunmetal-y. It's got a little bit of blue in it. Oh, that looks sweet. How about that? All right, man. That is sweet. Okay, I'm going to go with a pretty big, odd-shaped kill spot right here, but it's going to be kind of faint. Yeah, I wanted to be able to just see the scales under there. That's a little bit different placement, but I actually kind of like it. I like it. It needs black on the back too, I forgot about that. How did I do that? So I went from this one for sure to this one maybe, to this one maybe, and... Okay, I gotta get some proper light on this thing. I gotta see. Yeah, it's this one. I should have waited until there was less chaos in the garage, but I didn't, so I didn't get footage of me putting the eye on. But I chose that one. And I think I made the right choice. Oh, I put fingerprints on the darn lip. Anyway. It looks pretty snazzy. I like it. I like it a lot. This is after two outer clear coats and so I count it as 3 clear coats. So it's smooth. Can't feel the scales anymore, but you can see them. That's what matters. Number 2 hooks on it, so it's a little bit heavier. It doesn't float quite as hard. Oh, but it sure moves. Oh wow, that thing moves. Whenever it's not hooked up on the belly. That's nice. It's a nice crankbait. That might get hammered by a jack next time I go to Panama. I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it, actually. I'm trying to think what I'd do different. I don't know if there is anything that I'd do different. I'm not big on the giant kill spot. I think if I had done like a normal, perfect circular, smaller kill spot, it'd be a lot better in that area. Ooh, that fin's a lot more opaque than that one, but okay. This side looks better in my opinion. Maybe try and figure out how to clear coat it perfectly where there's none of these little micro bubbles. But it's smooth and it looks pretty good. And it weighs, I don't know how much it weighs exactly, but if I had to guess, it's 2 ounces maybe? I'm very excited to throw it. I'm working on getting a big pike rod, and that thing will throw this bad boy in Panama, no problem. I'm planning on fishing this thing mainly in Panama, but also hopefully for some pike here. That's for another day, another video. In the meantime, enjoy this bonus fishing. It's from the first time I went out on the boat this year, and then just the past time I went out on the boat. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It just got away from me. Next video, I'm planning on doing a video in 2 weeks. I don't know how that'll do, but because you know my upload schedule, but I'm going to try and do another one in 2 weeks and maybe even 2 weeks after that. The next video is going to be a lot more simple. So if you've enjoyed the video, thank you for enjoying said video, and you'll get bonus fishing in the next one. Well, bye-bye.